Steve Perry is a famous singer and songwriter. He is best known as the lead singer of the rock band Journey. Steve was born on January 22, 1949 in Hanford, California. He grew up in a small town and loved music from a very young age. His father was a singer, and Steve often listened to him sing. This inspired Steve to pursue a career in music. When Steve was a child, he listened to many different kinds of music. He loved rock and roll, but he also enjoyed soul and R&B. These different styles influenced his singing later in life. Steve's voice is very unique. It is powerful and emotional, and many people say it is one of the best voices in rock music. In the early 1970s, Steve joined a band called Journey. At first, the band was not very successful. They played a mix of jazz and rock, but they did not have many fans. When Steve joined, he helped change the band's sound. He brought a more pop and rock style to their music. This change made Journey very popular. Journey's first album with Steve was called Infinity. It was released in 1978 and included the hit song Wheel in the Sky. This song became very popular on the radio, and it helped the band gain more fans. Steve's voice was a big part of the band's success. People loved the way he sang with so much feeling. In the 1980s, Journey became one of the biggest bands in the world. They released many hit songs, such as Don't Stop Believin', Open Arms, and Faithfully. These songs are still loved by people today. Don't Stop Believin' is one of the most popular rock songs of all time. It has been used in movies, TV shows, and even sports events. Steve's voice made these songs special. He could sing high notes with ease, and his voice was full of emotion. Steve was not only a great singer but also a talented songwriter. He wrote or co-wrote many of Journey's biggest hits. His lyrics often talked about love, hope, and following your dreams. Many people could relate to his words, which is one reason why Journey's music became so popular. Despite the band's success, Steve faced some challenges. Touring and recording were very demanding, and he sometimes felt tired and stressed. In 1987, Steve decided to leave Journey. He wanted to take a break from the band and focus on his own music. His departure was a big shock to the band's fans, but Steve felt it was the right decision for him. After leaving Journey, Steve started a solo career. He released his first solo album, Street Talk, in 1984. The album included the hit song Oh Sherry, which he wrote for his girlfriend at the time. The song was very successful and showed that Steve could be a star on his own. His solo music was different from Journey's music. It had a more personal and emotional style. Steve released another solo album in 1994 called For the Love of Strange Medicine. This album also had some successful songs, but it was not as popular as his first solo album. Steve continued to make music, but he stayed out of the spotlight for many years. He preferred to live a quiet life away from fame. In 1996, Steve reunited with Journey for a short time. The band recorded a new album called Trial by Fire, and it included the hit song When You Love a Woman. The song was nominated for a Grammy Award, which is a very prestigious music award. However, Steve did not stay with the band for long. He left again because of health problems. He had a hip injury that made it difficult for him to perform. For many years, Steve stayed away from the music industry. He did not release new music or perform in concerts. Fans missed his voice and wondered if he would ever return. Then, in 2018, Steve surprised everyone by releasing a new solo album called Traces. The album was very personal and included songs about love, loss, and hope. Fans were excited to hear Steve's voice again, and the album was a success. Steve also started performing live again. He went on a tour to promote his new album, and fans were thrilled to see him on stage. Although he was older, his voice was still powerful and emotional. People who attended his concerts said it was like hearing the Steve Perry they remembered from the 1980s. Steve's music has had a lasting impact on the world. His songs with Journey are still played on the radio and loved by people of all ages. Many young musicians say that Steve inspired them to become singers. His voice and his lyrics continue to touch people's hearts. Steve Perry is not just a singer, he is a legend. His music has brought joy to millions of people around the world. Even though he has faced challenges in his career, he has always stayed true to himself. He loves music, and that love shines through in every song he sings. Steve's story is a reminder that if you follow your dreams and work hard, you can achieve great things. Today, Steve is still active in the music world. He continues to write and record new songs. He also stays connected with his fans through social media. Although he is not as famous as he was in the 1980s, his music remains timeless. Songs like Don't Stop Believin' and Open Arms will always be remembered as classics. Steve Perry's journey in music is an inspiring one. From a small town in California to the biggest stages in the world, he has shown that talent and passion can take you far. His voice has become a symbol of hope and love for many people. Steve's story is not just about fame and success, it is about the power of music to bring people together and touch their lives.